An underground ship graveyard. I wonder how those ships got here to begin with. I mean, it's a freaking cave! Anyway, this place, probably more annoying than the ghost ship itself. As you can see, there are pots all over the place, and even floor masters, which make this thing even more complicated. Now, I'm going to pull out the ice arrows for that, and then Skull Hammer, and I think this is the one that I'm supposed to take. If you take the wrong pot, you're going to be warped back to the entrance, so try to avoid that. Try to get done with this as fast as possible, because, well, floor masters everywhere! Now, I think this is the right one, so no, I don't want to go any closer to those floor masters than I have to. And is it the right pot? Nope! I'm being warped back to the entrance. This is what happens when you take the wrong pot. Well, at least I got around to showing it to you once, but otherwise, the solution never changes. By the way, it's not random depending on the game you're playing or whatever. It's always the same thing. It's just that I never really bothered to memorize the solution. So I think this is going to be this one, because a general tip, it's only the closest pot to where you came from the first time. Afterwards, you gotta cross those floor masters whether you like it or not. So, now, I think this is the one that's completely opposite the one I came from, so that would be this one. Please don't make me get any closer to this floor master. I'm gonna try from this angle. I have no choice, I guess. Here we go! So, I think this was the last one, and the next area contains... Well, there's a floor master, but there's also a treasure chest. That is going to contain the ghost ship chart. Sorry, can't pronounce that word to save my life. Now, the purpose of that chart is twofold. To tell you where the ghost ship is every night, and to allow you to enter the ghost ship itself. Because without it, I don't really remember if we ever ran into it, but you just go straight through the ghost ship and it disappears as soon as you get close. So this is needed in order to be able to enter it. Now it's daytime, so I'm just going to play the Song of Passing to make it nighttime. And, whoops, sorry about that, I was right. I don't play the Song of Passing a whole lot in this game, so this is why I'm never sure about which direction is which note. But anyway, let's pull out that brand spanking new ghost ship chart that we just got and see where the ghost ship is tonight. Here we go. It's on Great Fish Isle, so I guess I'm gonna warp over there and I'll see you guys when I make it to Great Fish Isle. One thing that I forgot to mention is that if you look at your map after getting the ghost ship chart, you can see where the ghost ship is on the Great Sea anytime, which is more convenient than using the chart itself, I guess. Anyway, this is the ghost ship. I wonder what's inside. I bet it's absolutely terrifying! And it's the same as any submarine in the entire game. Yeah, they really got lazy there. Oh, Wizrobe over there! Oh crap, oh crap! Don't summon anything! Don't you dare! Well, that was easy. Now, there is a pole right here that we need to take care of. Thank God there's a beam of light with flowers growing inside of it in a ghost ship. Anyway, there's another one over there, so all you have to do is repeat the same maneuver. It never really changes. So let's just kill this guy. Is it really the last thing inside the ghost ship? I guess so. Wow, that was easy! I guess the real challenge only comes if you let that Wizrobe summon anything, I suppose. Now, do not open this chest until you've broken these pots. There's a lot of money inside these pots, so if you need any money at all, you really want to break these. The reason why I'm saying to break these first before getting the chest is because once you've opened the chest, you are automatically warped out of the ghost ship, and you can never enter it again. The ghost ship will be completely gone from the game once you open this chest. So if you leave that money there, you're going to be kicking yourself. Anyway, we got our 7th Triforce charge. So how about we go and use some of these up? First, on 7-star Isles, on square A6, there's a Triforce shard. Sorry, right there. And, yeah, of course I went to Tingles and paid to have the latest chart I got deciphered, as I always do whenever I get a new chart, in order to be able to carry that money that I find. Next, we have square G4. 2 eye reef. I believe it's 2 eye reef. I didn't really check, but judging by the rock structures inside of it, it's got to be 2 eye reef. So this is going to be our 6th Triforce shard. Only 2 more left to go, and we have the chart that leads to one of them. Now, would you like to guess where that Triforce shard is? If you answered Outset Island, you are correct. That's right. Link and his family and everyone on Outset Island has been living this close to a part of the legendary Triforce for centuries, and no one has ever noticed. Ain't life just wonderful? Yeah, I know it's weird to think of it that way, but anyway, we got 7 Triforce shards. We only need 1 more. We don't have the chart that leads to it, though. But that's something we're going to take care of right now, because we have another thing to do on Outset Island. That's right! It's the moment you've all been waiting for! The Savage Labyrinth! Now, I'm not going to speed this up, because it's definitely the hardest part of the game, and it can make for some very interesting commentary. I didn't want to talk to you! Sorry about that. So, yeah. Really have no idea why you-know-who thought it was a good idea to speed up the freaking Savage Labyrinth. I mean, who does that? It's like I sped up the freaking Elite Four in a Pokemon LP. You don't do that! But, I honestly couldn't care less. He can do whatever he wants in his Let's Plays. So, once you hook shot up to that ledge... Whoa! Camera went right inside that boulder there. But yeah, you toss that boulder away, and it takes you to the entrance of the Savage Labyrinth. In there, we got a few fairies in case you need them. Not me, though, because I have elixir soup and a bunch of blue potions. So, deep in the never-ending darkness, the way to the golden shark, the golden shard, not golden shark, you seek awaits. Anyway, first battle of 50. In case you don't know what the Savage Labyrinth is, it's just this room over and over and over, and the battles that you fight in those rooms become progressively tougher. There are 50 rooms in total in the Savage Labyrinth, so this is, in addition to being very difficult, it's also very long. It's an endurance round, and since there's no quick save feature, you gotta do it all in one sitting, unfortunately. So as you can see, those first fights are really quite easy with keys and mini blends and whatnot, but they're going to get harder later on. So now we got some Boko blends. Of course, the idea is that you have to kill every last enemy in the room in order to be able to proceed, as you would expect from any kind of battle-based dungeon like the ones we saw on Overlook Island and that kind of thing. By the way, your worst enemy here, not Moblins, not Darknuts, not Wizros, not Stalfos. Whoa! It went straight through the wall! What is that? Sonic 2006? But anyway, that was pretty weird. Your worst enemy, as I was saying, it's not any actual enemy that you can attack, it's that goddamn scream. That's right, he's going to be doing that every single time you go to a new floor. That means you'll be hearing it 50 times in total. I don't know what the programmers were smoking when they decided this was a good idea, because someone had to program this shit in, you know? Anyway, one thing is that you want to try and be somewhat stealthy. Take the enemies one by one, because as far as recovery goes, you're not going to be seeing many hearts. There are a few recovery rooms along the way, but when you get to the last couple of recovery rooms, there isn't gonna be any hearts, just money and maybe some bombs and arrows. So you have to be really careful with your life in order to just not throw it away. I mean, sure, I've got an elixir soup and 3 blue potions, but still, it's better to be safe than sorry, because if you lose a lot of energy on those first few floors, you're going to be in much worse shape for the actually difficult battle. Also, one thing I guess I should mention, no floor masters in this place. Ow! I figured I was going to take a hit sooner or later. I was just trying to kill as many of these as I could, as quickly as I could, but hey, can't stay perfect the whole way through, and besides, those first few recovery rooms do have some recovery hearts in order to actually recover what little damage you're going to take in those first few floors. Anyway, as I was saying, one saving grace is that this place has no floor masters, which is awesome considering how annoying they can be. Besides, how would they work to begin with? If you were grabbed by a floor master in this place, whoa! I didn't expect it to just go flying because I just randomly slashed it. But yeah, I don't know what floor masters would do if they were programmed in this place. Send you all the way back to square one, because that would be the worst thing ever, and I don't think anyone would even bother to get that final piece of heart at the very bottom of the Savage Labyrinth, because that's another thing. The Triforce chart is on floor 30, whereas the last 20 floors are optional, and at the bottom of the labyrinth, you can get the final piece of heart. So, yeah, you are forced to come here, at least do the first 30 floors. The rest is optional, but since this is a 100% run, aside from the Nintendo Gallery, of course, well, I'm going to be getting everything in terms of pieces of heart, so I'm going to be doing all the tough fights at the bottom of this place. Can you just let your guard up, please? This is what I hate about Moblins, especially when I'm in the Savage Labyrinth, and this place, I could have a bad floor at just about any point in time. Anyway, I think, yep, this is the first break floor. So as you can see, there's a column of light to bring you back to the surface if you're tired of this shit. But we gotta soldier on, and we got 40 more floors to go. And of course, there's also quite a bit of money. Now, just give me a second. I'm going to change the fire arrows since I'm going to need them in the next segment. I know this for a fact. So, yeah, some people like to come here to farm money. I don't really know about that because the big money is on the bottommost floors, and, well, the fights get really tough and really long, so I don't know if it's really that effective to farm for money in the Savage Labyrinth of all places. Also, you may have noticed that I'm not going for golden feathers and skull necklaces and the like. That's simply because it's a waste of time that would allow enemies to get free hits on me, and I don't want that to happen. Besides, I'm entirely done in terms of, you know, whatever goes in the spoils bag, so I don't really need anything. And as you may have noticed, in the first 10 floors, we fought enemies mostly from Dragon Roost Cavern, and here we're in an area that's based more around the Forbidden Woods. We're also going to have areas based on the Tower of the Gods, the Earth Temple, and the Wind Temple. I'm not so sure because there are no real enemies that belong in the Wind Temple, so it's just the last 10 floors are just the hardest fights, period. Anyway, this floor, easiest floor ever. Just chuck your boomerang at every last one of these, and there you go, you win! So I'm going to end this video on that note, and next time we're going to head even deeper into the Savage Labyrinth.